And begin by checking in with your body. Noticing if there are any areas of maybe discomfort or tension. And see if they can relax around that discomfort or tension just a little bit. Sometimes it helps more symbolically than literally to breathe into those tight or sensitive areas. Just directing the breath there with some kindness and compassion. And then perhaps allow the body to simply become heavy, so that you're releasing any control over your voluntary muscles. All the muscles that need to work to keep you alive and functioning will do their job without your conscious control. And then I invite you to check in with your breath. Not in an effort to control it or change it, but with the spirit of curiosity to see how the breath is moving through you at this moment in time. Does the breath feel smooth and gentle, or is it a little bit erratic or tense? Just notice. And if there are little hitches and glitches in the breath, you may note that they will even themselves out all on their own, just through the gentle fact of attention. And then allow the breath simply to be. Allow yourself to be breathed. Trust that the flow of prana will continue. And then very gently check in with your mind. Maybe noticing if your thoughts are jumping all over the place. That part of your mind that we call monkey mind. And if you have wild thoughts, then just let them be. Don't get annoyed with them or don't get attached to them. Treat them like little soap bubbles that can drift away on their own. And then perhaps check in to see if there are any preoccupations with our role-related sort of self-structures. Are you thinking about your responsibilities later in the day, your plans for the weekend? And then allow even those more structured thoughts to drift off. They may not disappear, but you can simply deprive them of your attention, your attachment, your aversion. So that you can open yourself up to your higher self, your intuition, your wise way of being in the world. Gesundheit. So that you can open yourself up to new learning, to new experiences, to new ways of being in the world. And from this place of greater calmness, if not complete centeredness. Take your mind back to your early childhood years and allow an image of yourself to emerge when you were very young. Perhaps your youngest self-representation. And look at this young you, just noticing your features, noticing any particular characteristics, maybe even emerging personality traits of this very young version of you. And ask yourself in that moment, who am I? And then allow time to lapse so that you come to your first grade and see yourself at this time in your life. Noticing your features, characteristics, traits. And ask yourself at this moment in time, in first grade, who am I? And look at yourself, your young self, with curiosity. And then let time elapse to your grade school years. And once again, see this young version of you, paying attention to your features, your traits, your characteristics, your relationships. And ask yourself at that moment in time, who am I? And moving further forward in time, find a time during your middle school years and allow an image of you as a middle schooler to emerge. And observe yourself, using perhaps all of your senses. Not just seeing you, but hearing you, feeling you, smelling you, maybe even touching you. And then ask yourself, as you watch this middle schooler, at this moment in time, who am I? And then allow time to advance to your high school years. If you've not experienced them yet, imagine them. And allow an image of yourself as a high schooler to emerge. Watching yourself, feeling yourself, hearing yourself as a high schooler. Noticing your features, your traits, your characteristics, your relationships, and ask yourself at that moment in time, who am I? And then move forward in time, real or imagined, to your immediate post-high school years, your early adulthood. And just notice who you are or who you imagine yourself to be. Taking in with all of your senses, your various features and traits and characteristics. And then as this young adult, ask yourself at that moment in time, who am I? And then move forward into your 30s. Either your real 30s, or if you haven't gotten there yet, how you imagine your 30s. And allow an image to emerge of you in your 30s. And use your senses to tune in to who you are. Your traits, your features, your characteristics, your relationships, your community. And as this person in your 30s, ask yourself at that moment in time, who am I? And then move forward in time into your 40s now. And allow an image to emerge of you in your 5th decade. Use your senses and your imagination to explore who you are. Noticing your various traits and characteristics, your relationships, the features. And as this person in your 40s, ask yourself at that moment in time, who am I? And then move on into your 50s and allow an image to emerge in your mind of you in your 6th decade of life. And observe yourself. Notice your features, your traits, your characteristics, your relationships, your embeddedness in community. And ask yourself, as this person in your 50s, at that moment in time, who am I? And then move forward in time into your 60s or 70s. And allow an image to emerge of you as an aging adult. Use all of your senses to observe. And ask yourself, as this aging human being, in that moment, who am I? And then move forward in time to that point in your life when you're facing death rather imminently. And allow an image to emerge of you as this person looking at your own passing, looking back on your life. And notice at that moment in time, you are all of those people you have just imagined. And you are none of those people that you have just imagined. You are all of that, and you are none of that as you face the next stage. Your integration is complete. You are coming full circle. As you look back, move into a few minutes of silence as you recognize you are all that. You are all one.